cultures, and his message is for all cultures. So, to my friend, religion is part of my culture, but it goes much deeper and has a much more universal message. And it is not just cultural, it is about the relationship that God has with me and with everybody throughout history. And I feel a bit frightened to share this part of my sharing today, but here I go, because there's somebody here I think who knows much better than I do. Maybe we should learn from history. And in the history of the church, there was a movement of Jesuits in the 16th century to go to China. And the great name that is remembered is Matteo Ricci. And he got into trouble from the official church. And why did he get into trouble? Because he knew that Christian religion, that the Gospels could not be contained by any one culture. And in going and living his life with other Jesuits in China, he at the time worked to enculturate, to allow Christianity to be touched by Chinese culture and allow it to be expressed in another culture. You know what? He got into trouble and was told not to do it. But you know why? Not because it was against the Gospels. Here is the message for me. It's because as I read the history, or I understand, he got into trouble because he was crossing the line against very narrow church interests and narrow understanding of church at the time. He got into trouble because other religious who were around at that time, Dominicans and Franciscans, told the Pope, this shouldn't happen. And the Pope then said, you shouldn't do this. We should learn from history. Learn from the Jesuits of the 16th century in China that the gospel is never meant to be Western. It's never meant to be Australian. It's never meant to be purely Thai. It's never meant to be mine. The gospel is universal and belongs to all cultures and is to be expressed in and by every culture, because the gospel belongs to each and every person, to all of us. For God is immersed not in one reality or in one culture. He's immersed in our world, whoever we are, wherever we are, and that God is truly with us.
Amen.